Hey guys, welcome back to Drew's Forge. So you remember last time I tried my hand at some Canister Damascus, and I thought it was a success as well as a failure because the billet broke in half. So I tried to actually start forging the billet out, which I showed a little bit, and let's see, can I get that in there? You see, I cracked it, opened up there. So I'm like, oh, well, great. So then I started forging the other half of the billet, and literally one of the ball bearings had fallen out, and it started to crack. So I read a little bit about this, and I should have left it in a can and forged on it much longer. So what's happened is not all the powder in the middle. You can see how giant what they call a grain structure is. So when you get this hot and start hitting on it, it just breaks apart. So it was a complete failure, but I learned. So yeah, that was the first attempt. But then I was like, you know what? Let me read a little bit more on it. And today I got a package. Sorry. And what this package is packing peanuts everywhere. Is a chunk of 15 and 20. 15 and 20 is a high nickel steel, so it's going to give me that good contrast next to the 1084 powder. So we're going to try canister again. I took extra precautions. It's ugly as shit. I'm embarrassed to show it, but I welded so thick on the bottom and then I put it in water and made sure there's no pinholes. It's not going to leak. It's not going to nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to where we can fit it kind of inside, do a little pattern. I don't know how yet. And then weld that top on, and we're going to try this again. So if it's success, which I really hope, because this little piece of steel is about a foot long. This little piece of steel is $7. So yeah, it doesn't sound like much until you buy 12 of them. But so yeah, so I'm going to try to cut it to where we can fit it probably crossways. Let me see if I can, into the canister, and then the piece that I run off, we'll do something with it. I don't know. But so yeah, maybe I'll even throw in, I got a few ball bearings left, maybe I'll throw those in there too. Fuck it, let's get crazy. And that's what we're doing. We're going to try Canister Damascus, and we're going to make it a success this time. I'm going to let it soak longer, I'm going to hit it for longer, and really hope it turns out into something. So, and I'm preparing better. So I am going to turn off the camera and go put the white out and everything in the can, and then we'll start cutting on the steel and getting everything set up. It's extremely hot, so I am wearing a very old wife beater. So my fashion's right on point again. Plus, I got my trusty kilt on too. That's right, sexy white legs. Let's get to it. Alright, so here's what we got done. I've put the white out in, just letting the white out dry so it doesn't happen what happened last time. And then on the steel, here comes bad camera work. I've marked out the inside of the canister, so I'm going to cut these pieces out. Then I'm going to have all these little strips left. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those. We'll figure it out. So next, we're cutting like this. All right. Don't worry, I'll time lapse it. Okay, so got the 15 and 20 cut. Now I gotta clean it because I want to make sure I get a forge weld, a clean forge weld. So just stick it to one of my little welding maggots. See, yeah, that's how we do it here at Drew's Forge. We stick metal to maggots. Jesus. welding magnets, and I'm just gonna throw it on the belt grinder real quick, clean up both sides, and then we're ready to start putting the can together. Still not 100% sure what I'm gonna try with the pattern. We're gonna play it by ear as we go. So let's get these cleaned up. Alright, so we got that all cleaned up. Our whiteout is all dry, so let's start making our canister. Where's my spoon? So we'll put a little bit powdered steel in there first, kind of gives us a base for the 15 and 20 to sit on. Where's my little hammer? Little hammer? There it is. Kind of bang that around and even it out a bit. Alright. So oh no. Crud. There we go. And you know what? Let me, ready for it, bad camera work. So that's kinda, sorry, here let's see, can I get that? That's kind of what we're going for. All the rest is gonna be filled up, whoa, with the powdered steel here. So I don't think I'm gonna have room for any of that other stuff. Don't know, we'll find out. I really want to use all of this. Let's try this here. You know what? We'll do that. There we go. I think that should prove kind of interesting. All right, let's fill this bad boy up. I just spilled a whole bunch of steel. It comes with the territory, I guess. Let's put that over there. feels good and packed. I think we're ready for the lid, which, as you see, I already coated with whiteout. And hold on, I cut you to fit in here. Did I paint the wrong side? Uh-oh. No? Yep. Alright. Technical difficulties. Alright, so I just went through the top on the grinder for a little bit. Took just the slightest bit off to see. Might help if you actually do this the right way, Drew. I think I might need just a little. Ooh, that's hot. A little bit. Ow! I am not smart at all. Alright, be back. And let's see if that was far enough now. Hey, hey. That ain't going nowhere. All right, now I just gotta weld it. Okay, so this is why last time I believe it failed. You see all these gaps here? Am I getting this in shot? That's all spots I missed while welding. So I ground down. Now I'm gonna go back over these spots, make sure I get a good seal on it. So hopefully it doesn't allow air into the canister and everything will be good. So that's the plan. Be back. Okay, finally, after 2 hours of prep work, yeah, about that, maybe 2.5, the canister's ready to put in the forge. So let me show you. So I made sure everything was sealed nice and tight, welded the handle on it, and we're ready to go. Let's fire that bad boy up. It's forging time. Now we just let it soak. So it's been in for about 15 minutes. I'm going to give it another 5, and then we'll pull it out, start smacking on it. Remember, we're going to start real soft, just kind of set everything, back in the fire, back up the welding heat, back and forth. I figure while I'm waiting, might as well take time. You know, this is a vlog, so hi, I'm vlogging. Videos aren't going to be as often. I recently just went back to school, so that's kind of taken up a lot of time, but it's going to be worth it because it's going to teach me some stuff and hopefully become a better welder. So yeah, doing that. That's about it. If this knife or if this Damascus turns out, everything goes right this time, this is going to be the first knife that I'm going to officially put up for sale. Another thing I'm going to start doing is, if you want to, I'm not going to monetize my channel. I have a couple other YouTube channels where the monetization just isn't worth it, and if I say something that, you know, YouTube's like, no, they're going to demonetize my videos, so I'm just not going to have it. But if you want to support, I'm going to start putting a link down in the description to my PayPal, and you can just make donations. Yeah, so that's that. If you want to, that'd be awesome, because, you know, the more money I have, the better stuff I can buy, the better stuff I can buy, the better stuff I can make. So that's that. But I don't have anything else to vlog about right now. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That always helps. But it's looking like we're almost at temperature. Let's do it. So, giving it about 5 or 6 heats, I think. First couple of heats were just kind of light taps, and just kind of set everything. And the past 4 heats, I've been hitting the holy hell out of it. I've been putting everything I can. My shoulder's hurting. I've already drank like half a gallon of water. Pardon me. So hopefully I'm probably gonna give it another 2 heats or so, maybe 3, and just continue hitting it as hard as I can, and hopefully everything works. I really hope everything works, and then if it does, that'll be it. This video's already getting long, but I want to at least get to the billet reveal. So the next time you see me will probably be after I cut the canister off, just to save on time. All right. Okay, so it's been like 2 hours since the last little bit I filmed. In that time, I've taken the canister off and I have ground the billet. I do see some problems. Let me get close here. Okay, so you see that crack? I tried to grind it out. I don't think I can. And then there's another one over here. Come on, focus. There it is. Right there. So, I don't know if this billet is going to be any good, but let's have some fun and give it a quick etch. Okay, so there's the billet. This is ferric chloride. It is an acid that I actually learned how to make after the Logan project, which is used for Damascus and darkening steel. This is what I should have used on Logan's knife instead of the spray paint. But let's give it a little etchy etch and see where we're at. Alright, there we go. We'll come back to that in a minute. Alright, so it's been, I don't know, about 4 or 5 minutes. Not very long, but oh, there's a piece of the 1095 or the 15 and 20. Let me get it in there. Oh yeah, look. Alright, let's leave it in for a few more minutes. Alright, let's take a little look. I should have put on my other glove. Oh yeah. Get in there. Let me stop the acid real quick. Now you gotta remember, it's not a full etch. You want to leave it in there for like 30 minutes. We've probably done 8. But here you can see the difference between the 15 and 20 and the 1084. You see some of it poking through here. And then not so much on the end there. I guess this is where the powder was. But there's the top. It's hard to see because it's not etched long enough. But yeah, so Canister Damascus, a success. So I did it, I guess. Those 2 cracks got me worried though. Those 2 cracks really had me worried. So what I'm gonna do is grind. You can see where I already started to grind. There's 1 crack, and then there's the other. And they might actually be the same one. They might travel this way. I don't know. But you see, definitely see the pattern. So that's very cool. You know, I'm gonna make something out of this, provided these cracks. It's not very much steel, so I don't know what I'll make out of it. Those cracks really got me kind of bummed and kind of worried. But anyway, that's it for this episode. This video's gone on long enough. As always, like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bonus content. I couldn't wait. I needed to see how far those cracks went. I need to know if this was a success or not. I put a lot of work into this. I spent a total of 6 hours doing this today just to get the billet, not even before making anything out of it. So I was feeling really disheartened, discouraged, but let me show you. The grinder, look at that. It doesn't go all the way through. I ground it completely out. Now, same, it's still a little warm, so hold on. Bad camera work. And that's the sound of a billet falling to the ground. So there was the first crack I showed you. Completely gone. So it was just a surface crack, so that's good. And there's the other one. There it is. Also, almost gone. This little tiny black dot right here is all that's left of it, so I'm pretty sure it's good. And then that one, all gone. We are crack free. This billet is a success. There's the start of the pattern. Now once I start working this, all that's going to change. The pattern will become more intense. But for right now, for doing Canister Damascus by hand, that's pretty amazing in itself. So I'm very proud of this billet. But there it is. Thanks for watching.